All right, everybody, let's get started. I want to honor your time. So excited to have you with me, whether it's on the recording or it's here in person. I will pause the recording at the end for those of you that are on live and we'll have some more conversation. But I thought I'd jump in with the product portion of our call. So first of all, for those of you that haven't attended our call before, this is just meant to be first and foremost a place to deep dive into specific products, to learn a little bit about how you can share doTERRA with others, and to help continue to keep you motivated on your wellness journey. So I'm very excited to connect with you tonight. We're going to talk about VMG Plus. It's one of our new products. Comes in this fun little package, and they're little sachets inside that are really our upgrade for our long-standing, well-loved, and incredible journey that we've had with LLV. For the last 10 years, I've taken LLV as a gymnast post um, beating my body up, let's just say, and being athletic. I always had certain amounts of inflammation in my body, and 10 years ago, I really started in with LLV. Can't believe it's been that long. But I always knew that when I would shift out of LLV, my hips would ache, and when I'd get back on it, they wouldn't. And it was just that clear marker for me of reducing inflammation and keeping my body supported more optimally. doTERRA has done a great job of supplementation, making sure that just like essential oils, our supplements that have essential oils in them are bioavailable and natural and consumable, because one of the biggest wastes we've seen in the natural world has been an abuse in this space of supplementation, where supplements have been poorly created and poorly manufactured and really just resulted in wasted money, literally down the drain into our water treatment plants, where unconsumed vitamins have gone to die a very sad death. And so I'm very excited that we have taken the next step. This is like the next generation, if you will, and it's really the most accessible and relevant way to consume our nutrient supplements, and that's in the little VMG super greens and enzymes, probiotics, anti-inflammatories. All of them are found in this incredible little piece. So I'm going to unpack it a little bit with you tonight. I'm still learning. This is one of those products I haven't fully I don't know all the ins and outs yet, so I'm still learning. So I'm going to share with you just a simple resource, but suffice it to say, first and foremost, it's delicious. It's really yummy. It's not, I mean, I would say it's yummy. I wouldn't even say it's tolerable. It's good. My kids start their day with it. I start my day with it. And just as the major takeaway, if you remember nothing else, is that there's 5 proprietary blends, okay, in this particular little sachet that support everything from your energy levels, your immune system, aids in your digestion, promotes optimal hormone and brain function. And of course, that means that we're optimizing the body systems overall. So that's really your takeaway if you really don't want to remember anything else. Like this is it. This is your one-stop spot. Now, of course, we have some additional components, the Z omega, your essential fatty acids, and products such as Terrazyme, food enzymes, especially when you're consuming hard to digest foods or complex carbohydrates, or even protein, right, needs more enzymes because our food is dead. Like they have proven that. Like it doesn't matter how cute it looks in the Whole Food stores, unless you're literally vine picking your food. Um, most food is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 days away from harvest to delivery into our grocery stores, and by that point, they're just so nutrient void that we're not getting those enzymes. Those enzymes are no longer present. So we need food enzymes to help us. And those food enzymes help relieve metabolic enzymes that only our body can produce. Okay. By putting digestive enzymes into our body, we save our natural enzymes that we can produce for metabolic functions that are more critical. And so it's just another great supplement. I'm also a big fan of MetaPower. I love the way that shows up in my skin, my hair, and just my overall energy. And of course, I think that's really key as we move into the conversation around aging. So, share my screen with you. And I've had some fun. I've been dancing in and out of convention today, looking at different takeaways from convention, all the different trainings. And it was a neat presentation they did where They had different people from different age groups talk about the benefits of supplementation for that particular age group. So it's kind of neat. Talked about it for, the 20s somethings. What are they looking for? What is the body looking for in that 30 to 45 range? And then what is it looking for, in the 45 to 55 range, and then plus and beyond. And the beautiful thing is that they just really highlighted different dimensions that are found in here for each one of those age categories. And so this is just a fun learning. But what I was going to pull up is they have brought together a great little training for us of how we can really educate on the power of supplements. Supplements, to be honest, are not necessarily what people immediately think of when they think of doTERRA. They think of essential oils, right? And we lead with that. The beautiful thing is essential oils help assimilate and make more bioavailable these products. So it does make sense that your essential oils and your supplements, your essential fatty acids and your probiotics would be a synergistic combination that actually are being studied and developed in harmony versus this brand, this thing, that thing. And we hope that in our gut, it magically just all comes together in a real helpful soup, if you will. This is really very strategic. And I like that they think about how they interplay and how they come about and how they work together. So the foundational wellness products, right, is our VMG, which really is our replacement of the Alpha CRS and the LLV, or I should say the VMZ, is what it was called. VMZ and LL and Alpha CRS are kind of combined, a 4-in-1 product combining vitamins, minerals, greens, and 5 proprietary blends, like I mentioned before, to support functional foundational wellness, aiding in cellular health and antioxidant defenses. So it's really special. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a glimpse here in a minute of what's actually inside so you can begin to just like we've all heard in different places, oh, you need some of this and oh, you need some of this and make sure you have enough of this. And you'll hear so many of those things combined in here. And then, like I mentioned, the Z Omega and the one I didn't have in front of me, I did bring Terrazyme out and I've MetaPower here, but is the PB Restore, which is our incredible new unique formulation, really amazing. Super excited about this PB Restore. This product I have serious testimonies on from within our team, people who have been able to use this to overcome C. diff and other types of irritable and gut challenges that have been really, honestly, they didn't even know they were going to be affecting it. They just started taking it because it was the new product and they were just like, whoa, this was the ticket. So PB Restore is a huge powerhouse as well. And then, of course, those targeted support pieces, like we mentioned, MetaPower, Terrazyme. Really excited. We talked about the boswellic acid complex last week. We talked about the power of this for brain function. We talked about this for cellular function. And we really looked at the preclinical research and the emerging in vitro studies that are supporting the use of boswellic acid. So very, very cool. So you can use these in different capacities in your wellness routine. Okay, so this could be another fun, like this could be a class in and of itself, but we're gonna skip over to the details here around the VMG since that's our product focus. So again, it combines what used to be that Microplex VMZ and the Alpha CRS into a single product as well as the greens, right? So now we have plant-derived vitamins, minerals, and botanicals, superfood blend, cellular support blend for antioxidant defenses, and a biotransformational blend that is geared specifically for biotransformation, which is kind of a complex way of basically saying giving your body what it needs to continually heal itself. Bioavailability is the key, right? That's the whole point. It doesn't matter what's in your supplement. If your body doesn't know how to use it as food, convert it into energy, get it to where it needs to get to, and support you where it needs to get to, right? It doesn't matter how great or how much is found in a supplement if it isn't usable. So the primary benefits here, right? Supports overall health and wellness. It's your insurance in terms of vitamins and minerals, making up that gap between your diet and the recommendations that we need to meet our goals. I think increased energy levels is huge, right? That's another big piece supported by clinical research. We have support for just again, so many different body systems packed in this one little sachet. And so circulatory, digestive, endocrine being the skin, right? Your skin, the immune, the nervous system, the muscular skeletal system, reproductive. I love this. I'm starting, and obviously I'm pregnant. It's a perfect prenatal. And I love that they've even brought in some dimensions that are really important for us there. Okay, so let's take a look. What does it include? Okay, so it includes barley grass, spirulina. I've been looking for that for a long time in a doTERRA product. Love that. Brussels sprouts, chlorella. Chlorella is so huge as a detoxifier for the cells. Cranberry, apple, which is a great fiber component to help keep you regular. Strawberry, dark sweet cherry. We know sweet cherry has lots of components and benefits for the urinary tract system, as well as for a healthy production, a natural production of melatonin. Black currant fruit, raspberry juice, elderberry, right? Major immune support. We know that one. We've got acai. Everybody knows that that because they get it in their smoothie bowls, right? Kale. I'm just jumping around. There's some I'm skipping, but I just want you to see some of the powerful superfoods that are packed into this. And I would argue that this lineup is pretty stellar. So, you could go look at, what would it take to source a superfood blend? And I bet if you looked for a superfood blend that had all of those, in and of itself, it would probably cost as much as this does with all of the other components. So then if we go to bioavailability, what are we looking for? What is it? How are we getting this to where it needs to go? And a lot of that has to do, you can see like the lacta, cetobolis, all these different probiotic components. I can't even say lactobacillus. I think so. I don't know. Anyway, ginger root, lavender, lemongrass, peppermint, right? Those, you notice that that's where the essential oils show up. Essential oils, we know, penetrate the cell membrane and they clear the path into the cellular conversation. Okay. What do we have as a major influx? We have estrogenation in our body through xenoestrogens and toxins that literally shut down that cellular conversation at those cellular receptor sites. And essential oils literally just kind of like part the waters and pave the path and make way for nutrients being carried through the system that otherwise would be rejected and unusable to cellular processes. So that's huge. That's where our essential oils are showing up. In partnership with probiotics, you have your essential oils. And then your cellular support, and this would have been part of your CRS if you were using that before. You have all kinds of different antioxidant support tools. Ginkgo biloba. We've got our coenzyme Q10. We've got NAC. How many of us heard about NAC? And it's not, I don't even know how to say it. N-acetylcysteine, right? Yeah, right. The NAC. We heard a lot about that during COVID, didn't we? Everybody needed to boost up on NAC. Pine. We heard about pine. We've heard about pine needle tea. Why? For the shikimic acid that's present, right? Pine bark extract. How about grape skin extract? How about dandelion? How many of us have heard about dandelion? So these are just some great seed extract. We even have grape skin extract, 2 variations there of that particular pomegranate. Pomegranate we know from our yarrow palm has high levels of vitamin C. In fact, they found higher levels in vitamin C part per million or whatever it was with the pomegranate versus just other sources of ascorbic acid. So pomegranate is huge. It also supports us with oh darn, now I'm putting myself on the spot. What is the primary acid? I can't remember. We'd have to look at pomegranate at the go study our yarrow palm supplement, which I bust out anytime I know the kids need more support in their immune system, as well as using it for the skin and for all the different properties that it's intended. Okay, moving forward into the biotransformational space. This is that place where we're looking to basically superpower the body and its natural processes, bringing it into homeostasis and offering it the tools it needs for rebuilding and regeneration, where injury, oxidation, aging, sickness, you name it, has deteriorated the body's ability to take care of itself. And so this is where we see pea protein. This is where we're incorporating blueberry, cranberry, carrot, mulberry, which we know is so good for the digestive processes. We've got celery. How many of you jumped on the celery juicing train for a while, right? Where it was just like, juice the celery. It's amazing. Well, now you don't have to do that as much, right? Broccoli, asparagus, pineapple. We know pineapple is so good because it's high in bromelain. Bromelain? I think so. One of those again, those pieces that play in. Oh yeah, bromelain. There it is from pineapple. Haha. I'm smarter than I realize sometimes. Isn't it fun? When you teach, you learn inadvertently. Like I don't even know how you retain all this information until you just go to town and you start sharing it. So if you really want to interiorize this, go tell somebody about it. And all of a sudden you'll be like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's in my brain. It's pretty cool. Let's talk for a minute about folate. Okay. Folate's a big conversation because there's many people. I think they say 1 in 4, maybe 1 in 5 people have a gene mutation, the MFTR, THR. Okay, I don't remember the acronym. Some of you probably have that gene mutation and you know what I'm talking about very specifically. Pop it in the chat if you know. That would be basically the body's inability from that gene to be able to process folate. And so that's one of the things that doTERRA has been really thoughtful about. There was a big brouhaha a few years back when this finally started coming to light. And people were very concerned that many of their supplements were the reason they were getting sick. In fact, you probably have heard of a gentleman by the name of Gary Brecka. If not, you should look him up. He's pretty amazing. He's really hit the stage with helping people to understand how to look at their health. He was a health insurance processing guy, and he would just see case after case after case after case of people getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and insurance policies figuring out how not to take care of people. It was pretty disturbing. And at one point, he finally decided to quit the industry, which was a big sacrifice for him to get into a different space and start telling people what the behind the scenes, pharmaceutical and insurance, haiku, brouhaha connection was all about. And anyway, he's neat. Gary Brecka. Anyway, he talks a lot about how he says the vast majority of women who've suffered postpartum depression is because of the high levels of folate that were not processable by them because they didn't have the gene mutation to do it. They couldn't. And so, the massive spike in postpartum depression could be correlated almost exclusively to the vitamins that they were being told to take. Isn't that amazing? So just another wake-up call. So I want you to be familiar. So folate as calcium L5 methylfolate, whatever that word is, right, is the kind of folate that is available and processable because it's already been broken down, right? It's already been through the process that other folate supplements would require the body to do. So this should be totally safe and bioavailable for everyone, regardless of whether or not you have that gene mutation. So, side note, iodine from kelp. How many of us have been told to increase our iodine, right? Manganese, chlorine, zinc, or chlorine, chromium, zinc, calcium, all your B12s, right? And I love that there's a high level of B12 because that's one that we tend not to get enough of. So suffice it to say, here's the one last thing that I want to say is the source and the type of where these vitamins are being sourced, and they notate that is really important. Cheap vitamins source from cheap places, and they're not helpful. The other thing you'll notice is that there is not 100% or more of many of these or many of these daily values, because over supplementation is equally as harmful as under supplementation. Now, you see some big percentages in B12 and folate, like those are the two that are pretty maxed out because there's such a deficiency dietarily. Okay. This is a place where we really lack. Whereas, and again, we are lacking dietarily in almost every respect, but we want to also not over supplement the body to the point that we're not accounting for the calories we are consuming and the processes we are experiencing and taking in. So this is about trying to meet you in the bell curve, the optimal place of absorbency, not too little, not too much. And I just love that they have really focused in on this. And then just look how clean this is, this nutritional blend and even the other ingredients, right? So what are we looking at for sweetener? Pineapple juice, mango extract, citric acid, xanthan gum, right? Like very clean supplement. And this is really important to doTERRA. And of course, in a powdered form, you're triggering different kinds of responses in the body as well, and faster uptake into the body. So super excited. I think every single person should figure out how to build this into their routine. Now, it is, there's 30 sachets in a box. So that would be one person's monthly daily dose. So you're going to have to get strategic with this for those of you that have larger families and want to consume this on a regular basis. You know, again, I've got a young growing teenage boy who's so desperate to grow, build muscle and build. He's just like, grow, mom, I gotta grow. So, you know, right now he's a major priority for me. You know, I really want to make sure that his gaps are filled in. Obviously, I'm growing another human being in my womb. It's a major priority for me. You know, with some, and you know, if I can, I'll supplement anybody who wants it and who I can. But there's seasons and times when we have to go, okay, where's the priority? And that's a discernment that, of course, is not super fun to have to make if it's based on your finances. So what I recommend is leveraging the loyalty reward program as much as you can, because you end up getting a lot greater value and a more sustainable process for your family. Okay. So if you don't know what that is, that's our monthly subscription program where you can earn up to 30% back in product credit, which means you're already getting a 25% discount with a wholesale account. Add that 30% on top of it, and you're at 55% off the cost of your product. You also can pair, when you purchase this, gives you an option for discounted additional supplements, up to 3 different supplements at a discount. So for example, don't buy this independent of that. Buy it together and you save. Bundle and save is what they call it. So look for those options the next time you go to checkout. Okay. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is I wanted to go ahead and share, this is more on the sharing doTERRA with others front, is that as a member of doTERRA, you can share whether you're a wholesale customer or you're a wellness advocate, and you can share just by getting a link and passing that along as a place of referral. So everybody, when you log into your account and you scroll down to the bottom, share and earn, you can get a link. It looks just like this, and it'll have your account number attached to it. And you can copy this and you can post it in your social, or you could send it to your mother-in-law, or you could talk to your neighbor or anybody who's like, hey, what are you doing? Your skin looks so good. Or, oh my gosh, you smell so great. I don't know how many times that's been the starting point of a conversation. I'm just like, I do. Okay. It must be the Shinroku that my daughter's putting in our laundry now. Every time we do laundry, Aaliyah adds Shinroku to the softener, like to the spot in the softener portal of the washing machine. And so in that final rinse, when they're going through that process, our clothes, do they smell so good. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, Shinroku might be more pricey than some of you want to spend. You could just do lemon. You could do citrus, something less expensive. Shinroku, I think, runs about $30 a bottle. We usually get it free with points, right? So bottom line being, if you ever are in a conversation and you want to share, grab your link. If you are a wholesale customer, you will get 20% of in points. back into your point account when they spend. Okay, so have your loyalty reward template set at 100 PV. That's important. And if you are a wellness advocate, you actually earn cash commission. Okay, so that's how you can earn. You can earn points and just spend it for free product. Or if you want to earn cash, you have to be a wellness advocate, but you can do that as well. And you can use the same link and it'll just translate into a commission check versus points in your account. So really simple. This is a super fun way. And I just want to show you what it looks like. So when you finally go and you share that link, okay, it's going to open up, okay, and it's going to look like this, right? You've unlocked 25% off for a year. They get a free account. If they sign up, they're not paying for a membership, right? And they can just start shopping and it's going to be tied to your account. And so they can have the opportunity to browse, they can purchase right in here, and just enjoy the essential oil experience, shopping and getting what they want. And when they check out, again, that calculation is tied immediately to. It's so painless. Like you don't have to do anything. And what's neat too is even just with this little mini link website, you know, they have access to all of the learning elements so they can study, they can learn a little bit more about doTERRA, right? They have the full access to the site, but it's paired to you at that point. So that's just a really great way to share. Very simple. Again, I'm not necessarily saying everybody needs to start a business. If you want to go deeper and you want to understand how to really maximize the compensation plan and grow wealth, then we could talk about that. But this is really just about, hey, I'd love to be, you know, I always talk about it anyway. I'd like to promote it. I might as well get a little kickback, right? If you know, if it's something I love, we tend to share it, and before you know it, you can have some benefits coming into your family, and you're sharing the benefits with your friends. Does that make sense? All right. So that's what I wanted to cover tonight. Let's see. I thought it would be fun to do a little drawing. So, for those that are live on the call, Karen, I see Joanne, I see Dion, I see Barbara. I'm pulling my, I just got Dion her fun giveaway the other day. So what I've got for you tonight is a little, where'd it go? Okay, so I have a lime essential oil and a package of our satiety gum. The gum has the Meta Power Blend in it, which is meant to do a couple things. It's not only to increase metabolism, but it's also to suppress appetite, and it's to balance blood sugar. So instead of reaching for something when you need your blood sugar balanced, or you're feeling a little bit like, oh, I should go get a candy bar or drink something really sugary, try this instead. We love it. All the kids love it. It's just fun. Plus, it's actually not bad for you, which is great. It is not sweetened with sugar, which is good. And it's pretty clean. It's got some stevia. And again, those essential oils are grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. And then, of course, a lime. Lime high in D-limonene, good for cleansing the cells, good for clearing out mucus, amazing for cleaning in your house, so detoxifying, such a good all-around oil. And honestly, I don't think it gets much better than smelling lime. In fact, there's studies done with lime essential oil and depression, and the incredible correlation of being able to pull yourself out of a dark place just through aroma. So you could just honestly just consider that your little antidepressant right in a bottle. Just waft it under your nose, inhale deeply, bring oxygen to the body, and benefit that way from the beauty of that oil. So this one is going to go to Joanne. Welcome. So good to have you with us. It's been a while since we visited. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the link. I'm sorry I'm a little late coming in because I really do want to learn about the VMG.
Yeah, awesome. Well, there you go. So feel free to watch this back later. and dig
Okay.
into some of those details for what you might have missed. And in the meantime, I'll send you a little care package. Sound good?
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
All right. Well, that concludes the recorded portion of the call. I'll go ahead and stop the recording and then we can visit.